Okay, I'm going to show you a demonstration of the app SnapType Pro and how it can be used to access and edit worksheets digitally. So this is a PDF that I have emailed to myself, and I'm going to choose Share in the top right-hand corner of the screen, and a list of all the apps that I can use to open this PDF is going to come up. And I'm going to choose Import with SnapType Pro. It's going to come up within the app. It's going to prompt me to give it a name. So I'm going to call it Science, and I'm using the Bluetooth keyboard that I have connected to the iPad, but it could also use the on-screen keyboard. And I actually have two documents just because it's a duplicate, so I'm going to just choose one of them within, from the list of documents that I have within the SnapType Pro app. So now my document appears on the screen, and I'm able to zoom in and zoom out with two fingers. I'm also able, once I'm zoomed in, I can navigate around the screen with one finger. So I'm able to get this print larger than it would be if I were just to have been, handed a standard sized workbook or worksheet in the classroom. Okay, so in order to edit the document, this is pretty intuitive and simple. There are not many controls. At the top of the screen, we have an orange bar that has our controls, and it's got a pen tool, and it also has a slider. So the pen tool would actually be used for drawing, and what's already selected right now is just the typing. That's the default, would be to just type. So if I type, or if I press anywhere, it's going to give me a cursor to type. So right now I'm seeing that my cursor might be larger than I need for this particular blank space that I have. So I'm going to take the, like this scrolling bar that's at the top of the screen, and there's actually just one control that I can either scroll to the left to make the cursor smaller or to the right to make the cursor bigger. Okay, so then I can from there write my name on my paper. And then once I touch anywhere in the document, it deactivates the cursor, and now the text that I've entered is there to stay. If I wanted, I could reposition the text that I just wrote, so I could just take my finger and drag it wherever I wanted. And then I can move to my questions. I can zoom in. I can read boiling water is a blank change. So now if I want to, and I have to decide, is it physical change or chemical? So I can type in my answer. And it's got a yellow background. That's the default. All the text that you're going to type in is going to have a default yellow background. So let's say that this, I actually realized it was the wrong answer and I wanted to erase it. What I can do is I can just take one finger and I can press on the text that I wrote, and a circle will appear around it, let go, and it disappears. So that is the process for deleting. And then I can just go ahead and type in my correct answer. So physical change would be my answer for number 1 in the blank. So now if I did want to draw, that's where it gets a little bit more difficult for a visually impaired user, because, so I'll select my drawing tool, my pencil. Now, any time that I touch the screen, it's going to actually draw. So if I wanted to zoom at this point, I'm not able to, because all I'm going to be doing is drawing. So if I want to get rid of the accidental marks that I just made, I'm going to have to undo, which is a control that appears at the top of the screen once you have your pencil selected. So basically, if I wanted to draw or type any or write anything with the pencil, what I'd have to do is I'd have to make sure that I'm on the typing feature. I don't have the pencil selected. I can zoom in to wherever I want. Once I'm there, I have to select my pencil, and then I can start using the pencil. And then once I want to zoom back out or move around the screen, I have to go back to my typing feature so that I can do it that way. The other downside of the pencil is the erase feature doesn't work the way that it does with the text, so I can't just press down on a drawing that I've made and have it erase. So I have to actually I have to select my pencil tool, and then I have to actually go to undo, undo, undo every time that I want to get rid of a mark that I made. So it's a little bit more time consuming and cumbersome. So once I've finished my document, it's easy to share it. If I wanted to share it with my teacher, I would just go to the share button in the top right hand corner of the screen, and I can choose if I want to share it as an image or a PDF or a SnapType document.